found the receipt in his jacket pocket, and everything started making sense too late. I was already halfway through asking him why he smelled like that when he snapped, "Can you just drop it for one night?" The words hit sharper than I expected. He never talked to me like that, not even when we argued about money or his long hours or the way I kept checking his phone like I was looking for something I couldn't name. I remember just standing there in the hallway, holding his jacket, feeling stupid. It was 11:48 p.m. I know because the microwave clock was blinking after a power cut earlier, and I had reset it twice. I had been waiting since 9:30 with dinner going cold on the table, rice stuck together, the stew forming that thin layer on top. He brushed past me and went straight to the bedroom. I don't know why I checked the pockets. Maybe because something felt off. Maybe because it had been feeling off for weeks and I kept pretending it wasn't. There was a receipt folded into a tight square, not crumpled, folded carefully like it mattered. I opened it right there under the dim hallway light. 2 meals, 1 bottle of wine, paid at 8:17 p.m. The place wasn't far. I knew it. We'd gone there once for my birthday 2 years ago. He said it was too expensive to go back. I just stood there reading it over and over like it would change if I blinked enough. When I walked into the bedroom, he was already lying down, scrolling on his phone like nothing had happened. I asked him quietly at first, "Who were you with?" He didn't even look up. "Clients." I held out the receipt. My hand was shaking, which annoyed me more than anything. "Since when do clients split wine with you on a Thursday night?" That's when he looked at me, not shocked, not guilty, just tired, like I was a problem he didn't want to deal with. "You're doing this again," he said. That made something in me crack, not loud, just a quiet internal break, because he always said that, like my questions were the issue, like my feelings were the inconvenience. I sat on the edge of the bed and stared at him. I noticed things I had been ignoring, the way he angled his phone away slightly, the way he kept sighing before answering, the way he didn't reach for me anymore unless I did first. "Just tell me the truth," I said. I didn't even sound angry. That scared me. He put his phone down finally, rubbed his face, and said, "It's not what you think." And that's when I knew it was exactly what I thought. I didn't yell. I didn't cry right away. I just asked, "How long?" He hesitated. That tiny pause felt louder than anything he could have said. "A few months," he admitted. I nodded like I understood something logical, like he'd explained a bill or a schedule. "Do you love her?" I asked, even though I didn't want the answer. He didn't answer. He just looked at the ceiling. That was enough. I got up and went back to the kitchen. The food was still there, untouched. I sat down and tried to eat a spoonful, but it tasted like nothing, or maybe like everything at once. I couldn't tell. I kept thinking about all the small things, the nights he came home late, the way he stopped asking about my day, the way I told myself it was stress, work, life. I kept thinking about how I defended him to my sister last week when she said, "He seems distant." I said, "You're imagining things." I wasn't. He came into the kitchen after a while and stood there like he didn't know where to go. "We can talk about this tomorrow," he said. Tomorrow. Like this was something that could wait, like it hadn't already been happening behind my back for months. I didn't answer him. I just kept staring at the table. Eventually, he went back to the bedroom. I stayed there until the call to prayer started faintly in the distance, around 5 a.m. The sky was turning that dull gray blue, and everything felt too quiet. I thought I would cry more. I thought I would feel something bigger, but mostly I just felt empty, like something had been slowly draining out of me for a long time, and I was only now noticing the absence. I'm still sitting here writing this, and he's asleep in the other room. I don't know what I'm going to do when he wakes up. I don't even know if I want to ask anything else. I just keep thinking about that receipt, how neatly it was folded, like it deserved to be kept.